Mike Seary at 17 minutes of right now. Mike Seary went out west to find out what it was like to be on a ski patrol, and here's his report.
Good morning, America, from Snowbird, Utah. When I ski, it's simply for the fun of it. But for the man sporting the white cross in his parka, it's a very serious business. Mark Rasmussen, a 6-year veteran of the ski patrol, gets to ski every day. But there's a lot more to a ski patrolman's job than skiing just for the fun of it. The workday begins early, before dawn if the weather is bad, and at least 2 hours before most skiers snap on their boots.
The forecast we have for this morning is continued snow all day, but we'll probably send a couple of people out and down the ridge just to get an idea of what things are looking like.
How important is it for this crew to get up there well in advance of the other skiers?
We have to do just about all our work, especially when we have a snow load, because we use explosives. And we do everything before the public is cleared to go up the mountain.
Mark has been skiing since he was 8, taking time out only long enough to earn his degree in international relations.
It took me 6 years to get a 4-year degree since I had a hard time paying much attention in the winter.
As a professional patrolman, Mark now concentrates on the mountain, the snow, the weather, and perfecting skills like mountaineering and first aid. After all, his expertise can prevent a skier's unforgettable vacation from becoming a haunting nightmare. In Europe, ski resorts charge the skiers extra for services rendered by their ski patrols. But in this country, for the time being at least, it comes with the price of the lift ticket. Some think the job is glamorous. Mark's salary, $4.60 an hour for a 6-day work week and all the overtime his body can handle.
Glamorous work. Yeah, isn't it great? Well, let me tell you, the girls really go for this stuff.
When it comes to the more serious business of avalanche control, the tools of the trade are nothing to joke about.
This is 2 pounds of TNT. It's real hot stuff.
Looks like she's going.
Fire in the hole!
I just got a report of a wreck in the middle part of Regulator Johnson.
From the ski patrol hut on the summit, Mark takes a break from the cold and waits for a call for help.
Do you have a report of that yet?
No, 10-4, thank you.
All our patrolmen are EMTs, or emergency medical technicians. This is pretty much the same training they give firemen and policemen. We've had everything from heart attacks to the regular broken lower limbs and arms to a woman in labor.
On this day, Mark spotted a serious injury as it happened while riding up the tram. Now this is where the skiing comes in, hard and fast. Last year, the ski patrol made over 500 emergency runs like this.
When we ski onto the scene of an accident, people are real relieved when we show up. I get the feeling from most people that, we're going to take care of them and get them out of there. Depending on the person's location on the mountain, from the time we get an accurate report of the accident to the time that we get them into the clinic could be anywhere from 15 minutes to a half hour. You get a real satisfying feeling when you help somebody that's really hurt and you've made their ride down a little easier, a little more comfortable, and because of what you've done, they're a little happier. We have a system of clearing the mountain of anybody left behind, which we call sweeps. Knock on wood, in the 8 years we've been open, we've never left anybody behind.
Hey, Mark, I don't know about you, but my legs are a little tired.
Oh, Mike, this is the last run of the day. This is super sweep. The rest of the mountain's been cleared by the other sweeps, and we've got no reports of anyone on the mountain or injured, so we can just ski on and enjoy this.
Okay, let's do it.
Let's go.
I lose track of the feeling that I really am going to work, that I have a job. It's more for me just a way of life. This is what I do.
This is Mike Siri for Good Morning America.
Important work they do with ski patrol, but Mike, you have just made me so jealous. You really have. That looks great. It's Snowbird in Utah.